Welcome everyone to another riveting edition of SportsCenter. I'm Eno, and today's blurb is as of August 19th, 2010. Since last time, we had some late trade deadline deals go through, some new blood emerge atop their divisions, and some teams pull away to more sizable leads. So let's get right into it. With the trade deadline hitting at 1 a.m. Eastern last night, several contenders were scrambling to get that last piece they needed for their playoff run. The New York Yankees, Detroit Tigers, Cincinnati Reds, and Milwaukee Insaniacs all completed trades literally in the final hour. But they weren't the only ones shaking and baking. The heavy trading started in the late afternoon as the Pirates looked to move some big arms that could help contenders now while shoring up their pitching staff for the future with young pitching prospects. They began by sending Paul Maholm to the Milwaukee Insaniacs for Michael Clado. This allowed the Pirates to dump some salary while shoring up their minor league system for the years ahead, while giving the Milwaukee Insaniacs the additional arm they needed. The deal worked early on for the Insaniacs, as Maholm completed through a complete game shutout in his first game as an Insaniac. The Pirates then went on to send Jonathan Papelbon to the Eckfords for Zach McAllister in another move to dump salary while preparing for the future. Of the deal, Eckford's GM, Dreifert, went on to say, "The Eckfords needed bullpen and veteran pitching help badly. We had to give up one of our young aces, but we're well stocked in young pitching." Things then remained quiet until the final hour before the deadline. First, the Insaniacs acquired an additional arm for insurance in Kenshin Kawakami from the Braves for $3 million in cash. Just last sim, Insaniacs ace Justin Ducherer went down for 3 to 4 weeks with injury. So, just like that, Kawakami now finds himself in the starting rotation as the Insaniacs fans hope he can prove his worth. Next, in somewhat of a desperation move to acquire a top-of-the-line shortstop, the Yankees sent Eric Ibar to the Blue Jays for shortstop Giant Peralta and Vernon Wells. The Yankees get the shortstop they need, and the Blue Jays dump a contract commitment of Wells of over $100 million, as he is slated to make nearly $21 million per year through 2014. So far so good though for Peralta and the Yankees. Since joining the team, Peralta has played in 17 games, is batting .379, and just hit for the cycle. Last up in the trading day was a fire sale by Atlanta Braves for draft picks. After sending Kawakami to the Insaniacs earlier, they sent a total of 13 additional players to the Reds and Tigers. The key names that look to be a factor this year, though, is Tim Hudson going to the Reds, and relievers Rafael Soriano and Mike Gonzalez going to the Tigers. Now, let's see how all these late-breaking trades have affected the standings. Since adding Peralta, he and the Yankees have been surging. After having a 9-game losing streak last month, the Yankees have now won 16 of the last 20 and have once again established a lead of over 10 games, now 10.5 games up on the Red Sox. In the AL Central, the extra arms from Atlanta are helping the Tigers, combining for an ERA just over 1 through over 15 innings of combined work. But that hasn't been enough for the Tigers, as they have been stumbling overnight, winning just 4 of the last 10 and 11 of the last 20. Meanwhile, the division-leading Royals have won 14 of the last 20 and have opened up a 6.5 game lead. Over in the AL West, Seattle continues to surge and now find themselves on top of the division as LA has faltered, winning just 8 of their last 20. They are quickly down 3.5 games to Seattle and clinging on to a half-game lead over Boston to the wild card, who just got done sweeping LA in a 3-game set. Over in the National League East, the Washington Nationals find themselves with the best record in baseball at 82-39 and a 13.5 game lead over the Phillies for the division. The Nationals didn't make any late deadline deals though, so we'll have to see if they can continue their dominating ways with what they have. Over in the NL Central, the Milwaukee Insaniacs have been amongst the best in the league as of late. After starting the season just 1-7, the Insaniacs are crushing everybody's mediocre expectations, including their GMs. They now find themselves at 73-48 and with a 6.5 game lead over the Cardinals. Both the Cardinals and Reds are doing their best to stay in the race, having gone 13-7 and 14-6 respectively in their last 20. The Cardinals' best chance at the playoffs now lie within the wild card race, where they are currently looking up at the Phillies, who have a 2-game lead. In the West, the Dodgers have been more mediocre as of late, winning just 11 of the last 20. Their lead still stands at 8 games, though, over the Padres, who, like the Cardinals, also find themselves 2 games back of the Phillies for the wild card. This is sure to be an exciting final month and a half to the season. we'll be sure to be here with you every step of the way. Until next time, I'm Mino, and I have a fever. And the only fever is more cowbell.